Hello, everyone. My name is Nathan Figueroa. I'm currently a senior with Cohort 2026. I started as a bridge student in January of 2025. On your right, there is just a quick bio about myself. I'm not going to be going into detail about it because this isn't about me, it's about you. But Miss Webster reached out to me to talk about my experience with the bridge program and if I had any advice, feedback, some suggestions, what worked for me, and what I could pass along to my peers starting on their journey. Uh, it's what we call in the fire department just giving you guys some strategy and tactics so you can be successful. I'm going to do my best to be quick, brief, and to the point because a lot of you are probably feeling overwhelmed already, and that's totally understandable. I know I was on day one. So the approach I want to take here is what would I tell my past self, right? What is the Nate of today, January 2026, going to tell the Nate of January 2025? So again, just start off with you're probably feeling overwhelmed right now. It's okay. You're going to find your rhythm in due time. Don't beat yourself up. And most importantly, don't give up. For a lot of us, for a lot of people in the room, I know for myself, the journey to get to this moment has been long and it's been difficult. Probably it's been difficult for some. I'm a 4-year medic. Uh, the paramedics in the room know it doesn't take 4 years to become a paramedic. It just took me learning and failing, learning and failing, learning and failing. And most people would call that insanity. But I'm just a hard headed person that when I set out on something, I'm going to see it through. So take it from me, just push, 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 and it's worth it in the end. And with that being said, congratulations, you did it. Now is when the work begins. You're exactly where you need to be in this place and time, sitting in that chair. And don't let anybody tell you that you're not supposed to be here. You made it. You're here. Let's do this. We're going to do this, right? So trust me when I say this is going to be the fastest year of your life. Between spring and fall semester, time is going to be a blur. I know it was for me. So these are just some practical intelligence points that I came up with. I've polled some of my classmates as well, and a lot of their responses are in line with what I have to say. So number one is you can't wing it here. You just can't because when you think you know the answer, you don't. Trust me. For example, one of the questions that I'm never gonna forget that I got wrong. The question was something like, your patient is breathing 4 times a minute. What is the first thing that you do? So being a paramedic, I chose intubate, right? Technically, that's the correct answer. But no, the right answer is notify the physician. Remember, you're not a medic in this instance, right? Another example, last semester, test one, I got an 82 on it. I was riding high, feeling good. The content for test two was easy, right? A lot of the info I was familiar with. I really didn't study as hard as I usually do. Boom, got a 65 on test two. I was floored. I locked in the rest of the semester after that. Number two, everybody agrees do the assignments as early as humanly possible. Your future self will thank you. Trust me. What assignments? The EAQs, the case studies, the reflection papers, etc., etc. Number three, be humble, right? I know there's a lot of years of experience and knowledge in this room, and your experience and knowledge is valid. Learning is a lifelong process, it never ends. Number four, one of the most important things to me personally is camaraderie. You're sitting next to your future peers. 10, 15 years from now, you might find each other working on the same floor, same unit, at the same hospital as your neighbor. Remember, the things that happen in class will be carried on with you way after you're gone. So be thoughtful, be mindful, help each other out. This isn't a zero-sum game. It really isn't. We are here to build each other up, not tear each other down. Teamwork is what patient care is all about. Efficient, effective teamwork. This is a small world, right? There are no secrets in this world that will remain buried forever. Reputation and credibility is the most valuable asset. Protect that with your life. So, how to study? This is probably the biggest question you have right now. And these are just some strategies that have worked for me and others in my cohort. Number one, most important, know your exemplars, front to back and blindfolded, and the case studies that are from those exemplars. What do I mean by that? With each topic, there are exemplars that are the cornerstone of the lecture. It's what you need to retain, right? Download the exemplar concept map. Do one for each exemplars. Some would say it's overkill, but I would say that this is nursing school, right? No time to slack now. You have worked too hard to get to this point. This is just the start of the race. It's not the end. Number two, I learned this in the second semester. Pen and paper. Write it with your hand. I know it's 2026. Writing with your natural handwriting is going the way of the dinosaurs. But this is literally a neurobiology hack. Trust me. When you write with your hand using pen and paper, you're engaging neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the mechanical, physical way that your body records learning, experiences, changes that lead to adaptations, skill acquisition, etc., etc. The principle is repetition. When you write with your hand, you read the information that you want to write, then you transcribe that information that you just read into your short-term memory, and if you're like me, you're reading it back as you're writing. Even if you do it like as a zoned out thing with your headphones on, you're just copying the PowerPoints verbatim, you'll be surprised at the level of retention and neuroplasticity that is happening in your brain. Number three is consume all types of media on the subject. YouTube, Nurse Sarah, Dr. Mike, Osmosis videos. There's a treasure trove of content out there just waiting to be consumed. AI is a big game changer. That's number four. ChatGPT for making practice tests, practice quizzes, Sherpa AI, Notebook LLM. It's game changing, right? Number five, most important, reach out to your mentor. If you're having a hard time with something, reach out. Nobody knows you're having an issue if you don't tell them, right? Here's just a couple more suggestions from classmates that I asked what they would tell themselves, right? What they would tell their past self. One of the big ones that stood out is that when it comes to Amoson's questions, you have to read the book. The questions are coming from the book, right? Read the book. If you learn to navigate the website and how to find your assignments, learn time management and how to prioritize and survive the first 8 weeks, then you'll be good. Another one for, I feel like I'm being too heavy on the medics. I do have some thoughts from LPNs. So for the medics, it's shift, broaden the acute care mindset. Mavlo's and the chronic care / support systems play a larger, broader role, right? In acute care. Medic mindsets help in the ER, but nursing is far more than that, right? So one of the LPNs said that when it comes to the NCLEX is set up for perfect world, right? And you have to go into those questions answering it like it's a perfect world scenario, if that makes sense. At the end of the day, if you're having a hard time, reach out. Reach out to your peers, reach out to your mentor, reach out. It's the best thing that you can do.